wish I was wearing a short sleeve shirt, maybe like a cutoff or something, so you see the power. Just kidding. So, power of a team. What I want you to understand, let me know if you've heard this before. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The African proverb. What's amazing about that is, I heard that like 2015, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. My whole career, I wanted to go fast, so I went alone. Now, for probably the last 7 to 10 years of my career, I learned that I want to go far, so I built a team around me. That's the power of a team. That's the power of a community. That's the power of a tribe. That's the power of you growing your influence as a leader to be a magnet of other teammates wanting to be in your world so you can go together and you can go far. The second wisdom that I learned from the power of a team is you've got to delegate to elevate. You've got to segment out your day-to-day process. Delegate out the yellow and red time, which is things that lead you to making money and things that don't make you money. That yellow and red time of non-dollar productive activities to other teammates that you bring on. So a great mentor of mine, it's not a secret, Todd Duncan, he taught me that, and also learned it from the book Traction by Gino Wickman. What you learn from that is that Todd had said once in one of our coaching sessions, what do you make per hour? And I think back then I was making like $250 an hour. And he said, okay, here's what I want you to do. Don't ever do a task that you won't pay somebody $500 an hour to do. I'm like, bro, I love you, but you're crazy. I'm not going to pay anybody $500 an hour to do anything. Small thinking. And that's why I was only making $250 an hour. But what his mindset he was trying to teach me is you've got to delegate tasks. It might be $15 an hour, it might be $20 an hour, it might be $100 an hour. But you've got to delegate tasks that are in your yellow time and in your red time to be able to buy back your time so you can go make massive income. With mortgage, like I've said before in the previous video, I make over $3,500 an hour today in mortgage. In my real estate portfolio, owning 11 apartment complexes, I make over $3,800 an hour from whatever the time that I put in there. So when you're making over $7,500 an hour, and that's just where I'm getting started, the mindset I want you to understand, the more you delegate efficiently, and remember the previous video, you want to delegate, not dump. The more you delegate, the more you can actually elevate. I really hope you don't make the same mistakes that I made, but I got stuck in this thing called perfection trap, where not only did I want myself to look perfect, I wanted my team to look perfect. We always had to wear a tie to work, and sometimes I wear bow ties to work. You always had to have a dress shirt. You always had to have clean shaving. Can you believe that? I've tried to build a mortgage team that no one can have facial hair. Wow. Literally wow. And this is embarrassing, but this is honest. And if a teammate came to the office and I can tell that they had not shaved, I sent them home. You're probably going to hang up and you probably jump out of the community. But gosh, I was so caught up in myself, and I was focused so much about making myself perfect. As I learned over time, that perfection is what held me back. Now, I just had a teammate come to work yesterday in shorts. The majority of my team has beards. They probably have beards because they used to not be able to allow to have beards. But the funny thing about that is now I have more time, more income, more freedom back to me, and all of them have bigger opportunities simply because we stopped trying to be perfect. And it was my mistake. And as I learned to embrace my failures and show them grace as a team, they were able to develop, not only stand on their own 2 feet, but I got taller and bigger as they learned how to stand on their own 2 feet. So let's talk about who to recruit, what to teach them, and how to pay them. 3 pretty important things if you're really going to master human leverage. I want you to recruit your opposites. You heard me correctly there. Recruit your opposites. Recruit where you are weak. Big mistake that I made was I recruited teammates that I liked because I liked myself, and that did not work out. Once I learned how to recruit my opposites, but first you have to be honestly learning who you are and what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. Then you teach them to blossom through their gifts that makes them special. Then you pay them what they deserve, but you provide them more opportunities than what they deserve. Let's pause right there. Let's chew on that for a second. Pay them what they deserve to get paid for their time, but provide them bigger opportunities than what they deserve per the stature they have in the industry or in the business. What that means is you're creating a culture where their opportunities are much larger in your world than they would anywhere else. Plus, they feel like they're getting paid very handsomely. So keep that in mind as you're building your team. How to build a culture of drivers. Whoa, because you can't really build a team of passengers. Think about it. If you're the one that consistently has to drive the vehicle down the highway, you're always the one that's doing the most work, while everyone else is on for a free ride. No, 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 no. You can't do that. I don't want to see you do that. I want you to build a culture of drivers that grow you, that grow the team, that grow themselves without being jealous of each other, because you've built that culture and you have an abundance mindset versus scarcity mindset that's creating the culture of the whole team winning. Abundance mindset versus scarcity is creating a culture where the whole team wins. It goes from I do it to we do it to they do it. 9 words that have changed the future of my generational wealth, my generational future, my kids, and kids, because I teach my children, I teach my team about leverage, and that's really gave us so much abundance of continue to be able to grow because we don't have any ceiling of achievement. You would do all this because when you learn to master human leverage and make it about them, not about you, the horsepower of your team is absolutely limitless. 2 more points I really want to hit home, and I really want you to really digest this, so please take notes. Remember what I said before of how to take notes. You want to have asterisks? Wow, that's a great idea. I hope you've got a lot of wow, that's a great ideas. And you want to have boxes that you check of here's what I want to implement. Implementation is going to be the key. Remember, a fool on fire is more successful than a scholar on ice. You don't need to know everything. You just got to go try, fail, learn, repeat, go. You'll win more than you fail. As you're building your team, one of the biggest mistakes I learned is dump, not delegate. Hey, I really need your help with this. Call the appraiser, get this comp put in. Okay, well, delegation is, hey, here's the phone number of the appraiser. Here's what I want you to say. Here's what the outcome that I want it to be. Here are what you're going to hear back as a rebuttal. And here's how I want you and by when I want you to report back to me. That's delegation. That was the #1 biggest mistake in my career that now has become one of my biggest strengths. So when I delegate a task to a teammate, they are executing at a high level because I've given them a roadmap. Biggest challenge between loan officers that have a team that they dump, hey, I need this done, this done, this done. The teammate has blinders on and doesn't know what they're doing, and they're just like trying to throw a dart and not knowing where the dartboard is. When you delegate, you give them a roadmap. So please, please, please do not make the same mistake that I made, and delegate, don't dump. Now, you ready to really take off? You've got to pull 3 levers. Super easiest thing. If you don't get anything out of this chapter, please take this. 3 levers you've got to pull. The first lever you've got to pull, you've got to make it rain with referrals. Now, you've got to go prospect. You've got to bring realtor relationships in, CPAs, financial advisors, family will attorneys. Pull that lever down. Then you've got to teach your team how to convert. As you teach your team how to convert, they're converting all the business that you've made it rain. Then through models and systems automations, they're learning how to follow up. As they learn how to follow up, you'll easily close over $100 million a year in loans. Thank you.